Hope you normies out there are having a wonderful Sunday, all right? Today, let's talk about Cam Newton. Now, remember a few days ago, I did a video about Cam Newton where he was on his 4th and 1 podcast, and he was talking about Kirk Cousins and his current contract situation and how he felt it was rather ridiculous, I would say, and I'm not putting words in his mouth, but that's kind of how it sounded to me. Well, he recently went on the Club Shay podcast, you know, Shannon Sharp and the crew, and he doubled down on the comments and the critique he had of this contract deal and what the Falcons could have done versus what they did, all right? We are going to react to it, so stick around if you don't mind, if you have some time this Sunday to hear this rubbish or truth, depending on how you want to look at it. So without further ado, welcome to Normieville.
I can't say anymore. I'm probably already in trouble for mentioning it to a, well, we call you normies.
So here you have the video from Club Shay. The title is Cam Newton on Kirk Cousins, $180 million contract. I will leave a link to this video in the description box for you to watch without my commentary or criticism, all right?
You like that? You like that?
So we're going to break it down. Before I do, make sure you hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the notification bell. That way you can be notified whenever I drop a new video. Also, for just $5 a month, please become a member of Welcome to Normieville. There you will get access to members-only videos and members-only live streams, as well as a host of other perks. Now, this is a YouTube video, so because of fair use guidelines, I have to give my fair use disclaimer before we start the reaction. So without further ado, fair use.
On Kirk Cousins. You're like, I want to know who his agent is.
For sure.
Because I want to know how a man that's won one playoff game, been a game manager his entire career, and get guaranteed $331 million, 35. He's coming off season-ending Achilles surgery at his age. The Falcons just gave him $180 million, $100 million guaranteed, $50 million at the time of signing.
Now, in Cam Newton's defense, all those things are true. He only has one playoff win. He is coming off a very detrimental injury, right? However, the Falcons wanted, we also know about the whole controversy, the whole critique or whatever behind the game manager versus game changer thing. Cam Newton opened that bottle up as well. Those facts are true, okay? However, he got the money he got. The Falcons wanted who they wanted, and Kirk Cousins got his money because he continues to bet on himself, just like he did coming out of Washington, going into Minnesota, and now going into Atlanta. So let's hear what Cam Newton got to say.
It ain't even, I mean, that's egregious. And I love the fact that he's able to get that money. But what the Falcons paid Kirk Cousins, they could have got Cam Newton, Justin Fields, and Michael Vick for that price.
You do realize.
Okay, now, I want y'all out there to tell me, do you want Michael Vick, somebody that's been out the league for, I don't know, 5, almost 10 years now?
Nope.
Do you want Cam Newton that, you know, had a steep decline after he lost the Super Bowl and somehow was a shell of his former self coming out of North Carolina, going into New England, and just really just couldn't get, I mean, granted, the weapons in New England, but he just didn't seem to be himself afterwards. Do you want Cam?
Nope.
Do you want Justin Fields, who you're going to have to put on the field to continue to get playing time, because everybody out there says, well, he needs more reps and blah, blah. But the fact of the matter is, yes, the Chicago Bears sucked. I'm sorry for your Chicago fans out there if you're watching me. The Chicago Bears sucked, all right? The team wasn't very well put together, and we dropped Justin Fields into that mix. Do you want Justin Fields, who his confidence could possibly already be shot and needs a jump start?
Nope.
We could have got all three of them for the price we paid for Kirk. But let's continue.
They could have gave up 2 first-rounders and got Lamar Jackson for.
But we're not talking about that. See, this is the thing about sports, that we don't do a better job with holding people to the fire.
Okay.
You're a judge, and you'll critique Dak Prescott. You'll critique Cam Newton. You'll critique Lamar Jackson. You'll critique Patrick Mahomes. But who's to say for the ownership, the management, and all these decision makers by tricking off these key decisions? But they want you to just shut up and play.
Right.
I'm sitting up at the, when are we going to admit that these coaches really don't know what they're doing? These managers don't know what they're doing. These owners really don't know what they're doing. Or they.
Okay. Cam. Okay, here's my next question. Who does?
Yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch.
Is it you? All right. Okay, so you're saying the managers, the coaches, the owners, they don't know, they can't really assess talent, I guess, and make the right decisions for the franchise as far as money and talent, right? Right. Well, Cam, who does know, right? All this stuff is just a chance, okay? Whether you get out the draft, whether you get a trade. Now, you're looking at analytics, you're looking at, past performance, things of that nature. So all those things take into account. But you can't say on one end, well, to me anyway, you can't say on one end, well, I'm glad he got his money, and then two, be like, why you didn't give it to me? You either happy for him or you're not. I mean, to me, there's not a lot of gray area in this type of rhetoric right here. Either you're happy that he got the money and you'll just keep your criticism constructive, or you just sound like you hate. You understand what I'm saying? So
They're making bad situations, and the franchise is suffering from that. It's not just that y'all don't have good players.
Well, see, here's the thing. If you and I make a bad decision, let's just say we make a bad investment, we can't recoup that. They make a bad investment, the TV contract gonna pay them $300, $400 million. So what have they actually lost? You see how you overcome a bad investment? If you make a bad, let's just say you go out there and buy a piece of property for $50 million. You're like, damn, I'm out of this $50 million. But you say, you know what? I got $100 million coming in. Ain't no skin off my back.
Nothing.
See, that's how they look at it. And see, I look at Atlanta, I think they were looking for the next Matt Ryan, because the most successful quarterback in their history, I guess, as far as wins and getting to the Super Bowl, you look at Matt Ryan. Cousins is basically a carbon copy of it.
And what's wrong with that?
Ain't no way. Ain't no fucking way.
They want a pocket passer, right? And let's just be fair, okay? The league, even though the mobile quarterback is becoming way more prevalent today than it's ever been, and they've become successful. Look at Patrick Mahomes. Look at who else? Lamar Jackson. Look at, to a lesser degree, who else? My mind's drawing a blank here, but y'all understand what I'm saying, right? And to be fair, to be honest, most of them are black. I mean, it is what it is. But at the core of the league, they still want pocket passers, okay? And yes, they do want game managers, because they want somebody that if they got the offense set, they got the offensive core, they got all the weapons, they got the line set, they got a decent defense, they got a bend but don't break defense. They need a quarterback that can make good decisions and doesn't make a lot of mistakes, okay? That is what a game manager pretty much does. He reads the playbook. Okay, check here. If this doesn't go, I'm going to go here, boom, 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 all right? He's not going to go outside the lines too much. He don't see a look, he'll throw it away, okay? They need a game manager. They got their offense is actually pretty good. Look what they did last year. They need a game manager. Guess what? It's Kirk. They're not going to go with Cam. They're not going to go with any of these running quarterbacks. They need a guy that can just keep the offense going. They got the weapons. They got the offense. They just need a guy that won't make mistakes. That's Kirk Cousins. All right? Game manager, game changer, whatever you want to call it. They're not going to go with Cam Newton, who's also been out of the league for, I mean, I'm sure he still stays in shape, just like Brady said in his clip, right? I'm sure he's still staying in shape, but it's not you, Cam. It's not going to be you, man. Just stay with the podcast like your man Shannon right here and just ride to the sunset, bro.
Matt Ryan had Tony Gonzalez, arguably, or he's top 3.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. He had Roddy White. He had Julio. He had some weapons. But they say, look here, we got Bijan.
You had a defense.
Yeah.
You had Julio. That's all you need.
Yeah.
Shit.
But they say we got Bijan Robinson. We got Drake London. We got Kyle Pitts. I think they signed Mooney from Chicago. So there's like, we just need somebody to get them the ball.
That's cool. But I'm telling you, with that 180 that you gave that guy, you could have had, if not more, talent at that position, and you was gonna sell out.
Right.
I'm here, man. We are across the street from Mercedes-Benz Stadium.
Yes.
People after games for the 4 years that fellowship has been open has been in saying the same argument. When you go in that stadium, sometimes it's not max the capacity. I was a teenager when Michael Vick was here.
Oh, that thing was.
So let me ask you a question, Cam. Do you think that because you're going to come there, or if they had you, that they would sell out? Now, maybe Lamar. Now, I get Lamar, he's good, okay? But with you at the helm, do you think that it would be any different? I mean, you're a good guy, I'm sure. You know, you have flavor. You know, I remember the Superman thing. I still do that myself. I like that move. I think that's one of the best end zone celebrations or quarterback, celebrations of all time. Besides of course, the Aaron Rodgers, the double check, right? I thought that was pretty cool too, right? But hey, man, some of these guys, Cam, I think your time has passed, man. I think you're living on old accomplishments, man. The league has moved on from you. And I don't think you want to realize that yet. You don't think you've come to realize that, but that's what it is.
Yeah. Come on now. Man, that bruh. And they wasn't elite.
No.
But Michael Vick to Atlanta was something that the city needed.
Right.
And that's where you got to talk to management to say, hey, listen, I understand it's twofold. We got to win football games and we got to sell tickets.
Right.
I don't know. And I'm not saying that to shame Kirk Cousins.
Right.
Cam, you're shaming Kirk Cousins. I know you don't want people to think that you are because you're trying to be a nice guy and you're trying to frame this as, well, the Falcons could have did better, or you're saying that they could have got somebody different because of Kirk Cousins' injury right now and stuff like that. I know you're trying to mean well, but in my opinion, I'm just a normie, right? But I think you're meaning well in your commentary, I know, but you're coming across as a hater, man, and you're trying to explain yourself now and make it you're a hater.
I am saying is let's give a little bit more perspective too. Because the perspective about it is my take personally was Cam's getting old. He ain't getting no younger.
Cam, that's right. That's where it is. I'm glad you finally realized it. You are getting old, Cam. Not to say that you ain't got the talent, but now you're like, 2-3 years out the league, man. We all know what happens. There are very few people that they wanted to call back. Tom Brady. Who else? Tom Brady. There's not a lot of people that they're going to call back quarterback-wise once they're that far out. Ask Colin Kaepernick. Matter of fact, ask Colin Kaepernick. What happened to him? He's still out. You know what happened to him.
He's 32 at the time. He's coming off a shoulder injury, Liz Frank. Cool. All things that are not, quote unquote, serious injuries.
They're not career ending.
Career ending. If you tore your Achilles back when you was playing, you're done.
Yeah. You were never the same player.
So now he's coming back. I had this take on 4th and 1. You're giving this person the money coming off an injury? So how am I supposed to feel? Because the same questions and the same concerns that you had with me, obviously you done overlooked that.
You see, don't have those concerns with him.
And if you give Kirk Cousins my resume, he probably would have got more.
But see, here's the deal. He doesn't have your resume. Now, you went to a Super Bowl, and we got to give you kudos for that. You also was Rookie of the Year. We got to give you that. You also won the Heisman. Got to give you that, okay? So there's a couple other accolades I forgot to mention. But you have an impressive resume yourself, Cam, and you held it down for Carolina for a good minute, you know, so we can't take it away from you. However, what you did after the Super Bowl is also part of your resume too. Kirk Cousins has had a history of having winning seasons. Yes, he hasn't made a Super Bowl, but he only made one playoff game, but he continues to have winning seasons just like Dak Prescott. I mean, has he won in, 2 playoff games? But the Cowboys are like 10-5, 9 and whatever, 11 or something. Every year he's been there, they've been, had a good record, which brings in money. Cam, after the Super Bowl, how good were you? How good was your record post Super Bowl? And then you got traded to New England, and that was a flash in the pan. And they quickly moved on from you, which you were on the other side, over the hill by the time you made New England anyway. So, I mean, what are we talking about?
I'm tripping, but I'm bitter, but I'm mad.
Yep.
I'm bitter. I'm mad.
Yep.
Yes, you are.
Nah, I'm just exposing the truth. And it's for you to digest it however you feel.
There are a lot of running backs that changed.
Now, that is the end of that particular segment. But I want to bring that to your attention. And honestly, I want to know what your comments and commentary are, your opinion on this now that he's had a second opinion, or he's doubled down on his opinion and explained it a little bit more in detail, that he likes the fact that Kirk got his money, but at the same time, he also outlines all the reasons why he probably shouldn't have got it, and Atlanta should have went with somebody else like himself, or Lamar, or Justin Fields, or a older Michael Vick. Okay? I don't know why I threw Michael Vick in there. I think he just did that because, and mind you, again, also all the quarterbacks in there was black too, by the way, and they're all running quarterbacks. None of those guys are pocket quarterbacks either. And I think that's really the point. Yeah. Cam, I know you meant well. I know you did. You meant well. But to a lot of people, you sound like you was hating. Now, you did bring some facts. Again, the injuries, the amount of playoff wins, okay? Those are things that we can't ignore as an athlete or a quarterback in general, correct? But the way somebody that's over there, somebody that's, I've been out of the league for a couple years like yourself, I think 2 or 3 years now, that's been out of the league, and now you're coming back saying, well, they could have picked me. I'm right here in Atlanta. I'm across the street from Mercedes-Benz Stadium, blah, 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 blah. Come on, Cam. Just accept it, man. You're not going back in the league. If you do go back in the league, they need a quarterback like desperately. Like somebody just went down and they don't have any other backups that they deem are decent enough to hold it down, and they call you up, which is not going to happen anytime soon, I believe, because most of these teams got, at least average to above average quarterbacks, and they have backups that they can at least get through a 2 to 4 game stretch. Okay. So, yeah, what y'all think, man? Y'all think he's spitting facts? Y'all think he's a hater, right? Let me know what you think down in the comment section. And with that being said, thank you for attending another episode of Normieville. You know me, I'm just a Normie, here to bring you the latest and greatest in sports, news, entertainment, and politics. Let me know what you think about Cam Newton and his opinion down in the comment section. And please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the notification bell on your way out of the door. By the way, join the channel for just $5 a month. There you will get access to members-only live streams and members-only videos and a host of other perks. If you don't mind, you feel on your heart, for just $5 a month, all right? And I will see you on the next video.